Well, it's Uncommon Fossil today, taking a look at Roaring Moon EX, and a couple reasons for it. One, it's a good deck. Two, I think this deck list is something that is a little interesting. And three, I think this is probably the best deck to grind the Battle Pass with, to grind the rank ladder, to progress on the Battle Pass. It is particularly relevant because we have a shorter time for the Battle Pass, right? It's about 2 months instead of 3 months. There should be enough time to finish it, but if you're behind now, I suggest picking up Roaring Moon. It will win. It has a good win rate, and you'll win games quickly. And that's really what you want to maximize that progress in the Battle Pass. But let's get into the list itself, because even aside from that, it is a good deck. Roaring Moon EX, obviously a basic. It's an ancient Pokemon. All of the ancient featured Pokemon are basics, 230 HP. And we have a tool to boost that if you want, and 2 really good attacks. 1 Calamity Storm for 3 energies. They're both 3 energies, dark colors. Getting the energy on is the trick, but this deck has, it's built to do that pretty well. It does 100 damage, not great, but then if you discard a stadium for play, it does 120 more, so it does 220. We play a bunch of stadiums, so that works. That 220 number, of course, is very important. And then a Pokemon with bigger HP than that, not a problem. We have Frenzied Gouging. Knock out your opponent's active Pokemon. If your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out this way, this Pokemon does 200 damage to itself. So knock out anything bigger than that 220 number, we still just one-shot it. We're putting a lot of damage on ourselves. We just have to keep that in mind. But hey, a very, very nice options there on this Pokemon. What do we have? Let's talk powering it up. So, a couple of things. One, we want to be able to switch from the bench to the act. We pivot, so we have 2 pivots. One's Morpeko, which is a good pivot in that if it has no energy attached, which you're not generally attaching energy unless you're going to attack with it, it has no retreat cost, so we can retreat for free. We can attack with a single prize that does 70 damage for 2 dark, and you move 2 dark energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon, so that's not bad because you're probably getting knocked out anyway, so you attack with this. That 70 damage can be very meaningful in a lot of cases. And so then you're setting up the Roaring Moon for the big attack the following turn. That can be good there. The other pivot is Mew EX, which is also an engine piece as well, and a potential attacker too. Let's not forget that. Free retreat, restart ability. Once during your turn, you may draw until you have 3 cards in hand, and then Genome Hacking attack. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. They have to have 3 energy on it to make that happen. So it's tricky, but you can do it, and certainly you can do it over a couple turns if you're not needing to get energy in other places. Then the other key piece, and this is we're losing to rotation. So at post-rotation, this deck is going to drop off because of this. I'm not sure how much it will. It'll be interesting to see. But Galarian Moltres V, 220 HP, basic V, and its Aurora Burn attack is something we'll use at times. It's dark color with the same attack cost as Roaring Moon, does 190. But then it does 30 damage to itself. So 30 is a lot less than the 200 that the Frenzy Gouging does, but still brings it down to 190. So you're getting one shot most of the time, but it can be useful. And but it's really here for Dire Wings Flames. This is what Dire Flame Wings. Sorry about that. Once during your turn, you may attach a dark energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. You can't use this ability more than once per turn. Even if you have 2 in play, you can only do it once. Anyway, so we're getting energy on it, powers itself up, and then we're also getting energy on it and moving it over to the Roaring Moon. This is part of how we want to attack with the Roaring Moon. Turn 1 going second. We have multiple ways to get energy on it. Moltres is part of that. And then the other engine piece, I don't think I mentioned him, Radiant Greninja, concealed cards. We can't attack with it, so up against stall decks, look out. This is the one Pokemon that can't attack at all, so don't put it in play then. But concealed cards, discard an energy, draw 2 cards. It's the one consistent engine piece we have as the game goes on. Mew is an ongoing engine piece too, but a lot of the times you're going to have 3 or more cards in hand, so it does nothing for us, right? Whereas Radiant Greninja always gets us something. We need energies in the discard pile, as we'll see from the trainers that help make this deck work. And then since we need to turbo to attack turn 1, and we want things in the discard pile, particularly energies, we play 1 copy of Squawkabilly EX with the Squawk and Seize ability. During your first turn, discard your hand, draw 6 cards. So very good there. We can attack with Motivate for when energy does 20 attach up to 2 basic energies to the discard to one of your bench Pokemon. You know, there are times that that's useful as well, but that's not really why it's here, of course. It's here to squawk and seize turn 1 so we can take a big knockout on our first turn. All right, getting to the rest of the deck, we play 9 basic dark energies. You know, that's all we want, just basic dark energies, and 9 seems to be about the sweet spot for this deck, I will say. It usually pulls things off. All right, getting to the trainers. First off, this is a PokéStop deck. I think, yeah, that's the only stadium we play 4 copies of, because don't forget, Roaring Moon's attack wants to discard stadium, so we need stadiums. You know, sometimes it feels like another stadium or 2 in the deck would be good just to kind of feed that engine, but honestly, you got to win these games quick or you're in trouble. So that probably doesn't matter. And also deck space is always an issue, right? Anyway, it's also a stadium one we use, and we built the deck around it, which is partly why I think this list is interesting. Once during each player's turn, they may discard the top 3 cards at the top of their deck. If they discard any item cards that way, they put those cards into their hand. So very good. Items go in the discard and then go back into your hand. Everything else just stays in the discard. So we play some extra items because of that. So I'll hit the items first. Now I'll just hit the supporters. There's not as many of those. 1 Boss's Order. You know what it is. It's very good. 2 Professor Sada's Vitality. When Roaring Moon first came out, it was playing 4. People realized, no, 4, Professor Sada's nice, but not the key to this deck, so reduced it to make room for other cards, but it still is very nice. Choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon, attach a basic energy from your discard to each of them, so accelerate up to 2 energies. If you attach any energy this way, draw 3 cards. So think of Melanie, which accelerates 1 energy. This accelerates 2 and draws 3. Obviously, if it could accelerate 2 to the same Pokemon, it would be much better, but probably it would be overpowered then. So 2 copies of that. 1 Iono, that's just good. You know, can be good early, can be good late. So useful card there. And then 3 Professor's Research. Obviously really good to discard, get a fresh set of cards. Really, really good. Okay. Yeah. So those are the supporters. We play 1 tool. Let me just double check. Yeah, 1 tool in the deck. This doesn't play the ancient booster energy capsule, I think it is. That could go in the deck, something to think about. But for a Seal Stone, we played the Galarian Moltres V, so we don't have a V-Star, so Star Alchemy lets us search our deck for any 1 card once over the course of the game. Very good there. Okay, so now on to items. 4 Trekking Shoes, really good item. Especially we don't have much of an engine. Look at the top card of your deck, put it into hand, or you may discard it, draw the next card. So good there. We do want to get energies in the discard pile, so it helps with that. Just draws through faster. 2 Switch Carts. We have these basics that are getting damaged. Want to heal them up, so that's good. And 1 Escape Rope. Forces our opponent to change as well as lets us change. And sometimes forcing opponents to change is a good thing. All right. 3 Ultra Balls, right? We get Pokemon into our hand, no evolution, so we could use Nest Ball instead, but we want to get energies in the discard pile. So rather than playing Nest Ball, we play Ultra Ball because we want to discard 4 Pokemon Catcher. This is part of why I like this particular build of the deck. It's Pokemon Catcher is kind of a sketchy card, but it's a lot of fun when it works. And obviously, it works, synergizes with PokéStop. So it's a trainer that does Gusting, which is partly why I only play 1 boss. You flip a coin. If heads, you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. So it acts as boss, but on an item, but you have to flip a coin and hit heads for it to work. So you have 4 copies, so in a sense, you'll get 2 bosses, in a sense, over the course of the game. So it's fun, but of course, can be frustrating as well. 1 Pal Pad, we're discarding these supporters with PokéStop and such, so getting those back into our deck so we can draw into them is good there. 4 Battle VIP Pass, we just need to get things set up turn 1, right? It's a turbo deck. We need a bunch of Pokemon. We need the Galarian Moltres V. We need Roaring Moon. We need Squawkabilly. We need Radiant Greninja. We might even want Morpeko and or Mew EX in play. So we need a bunch of Pokemon in play, so Battle VIP Pass makes a ton of sense. 4 Dark Patch, this is obviously losing Dark Patch hurts the deck too, come rotation. Can't forget about that. Dark Patch, and this survives rotation, which does give me hope for Roaring Moon post-rotation. You attach a basic Dark Energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Dark Pokemon. So between, so we have Moltres, we have Professor Sada's Vitality, we have Dark Patch, we have manually attaching. So a lot of ways to accelerate energy. And then we also have Energy Switch, 4 copies of this. Again, leading into PokéStop, leading into items, and it pairs really well with Galarian Moltres V. Move basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. Is this card rotating or not? This is an old art. This is the one I think the only copy I have 4 of. No, it's not rotating because I see the silver border. So it's a G regulation mark. Okay. Anyway, so because it could be good post-rotation still. Not as good when we lose Galarian Moltres V, but with Professor Sada's put 2 energy on 1. I mean, we spread out the energies now with Energy Switch. We can get them all onto 1 in Dark Patch or manually attach and still attack. So, getting off those turn 1 attacks, I think, is still key to this deck if it's going to have value going forward. And then 2 Earthen Vessels, discard a card, and of course, I'll repeat myself again. We want to get those energies in the discard pile. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies. So just really good in this deck. So there's the list. Pretty solid, straightforward list, I think. Although, look, I like the list because it's got the Pokemon Catcher, which is not every deck plays. But let's take a look on the ladder and see what we can do. All right, let's see what happens here. This is a go second deck. So we're going to get to go second most of the time, right? Obviously, half the time we win the coin toss, we lost here. But the odds our opponent goes first. Now, there are other go second decks. Obviously, Roaring Moon is obviously common, and also something like Lost Zone may want to go second, and a Miraidon EX deck and such. But most decks still want to go first. So hopefully we get to go second and take a nice big knockout. We'll see what happens. Yep, opponent's going first, so as I said, that's most decks, so we will see what we're up against. All right, 2 Roaring Moon, 2 Battle VIP Pass. This is a nice start. And I'll bench both Roaring Moons. This is good. Gives me the option to Professor Sada's Vitality and everything. Now, I only play 1 Squawkabilly EX, so if that's prized and I don't play Zoo in Heavy Ball, I am in a bit of an awkward spot. I do have Research then, but then, of course, I can't play Sada's Vitality. But with Moltres V, which I should definitely hit, Dark Patch, I can still make things happen. Let's see. Okay, Pokemon Catcher. I mean, that could be useful too. All right, Corviknight. Corviknight. Okay. Zama. Wow, Zama Zentavi. Haven't seen him in a while. Okay. Interesting. All right, so I think taking out the Corviknight V is wow, that's gorgeous. 2 Battle VIP Pass. I am loving life. My opponent must be hating life, right? There's no 2 ways about that, right? So get all the pieces in play that I need. That's the key here. So I don't need I need a Radiant Greninja. And then what else do I want? And I'll drop down a Mew, right? And then I mean this is a dream start. I don't know if I want to use Radiant Greninja now. I don't need you, so let's see something else. Moltres, don't need you. I think I'm going to use this guy first. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to bench him. Squawk and Seize. I don't know, because if I get a Professor Sada's Vitality, okay, well this stinks. This stinks. Okay, is what I can say. Or I stink. Wow. I mean, I can't get, and I have an Energy Switch, but I guess so now I need to Gust and Stall. That's what I say. Gust and Stall. I have 2 energies I can't attack. So, no. Fail there. I obviously didn't. I had a catcher before I Squawk and Seized. Okay. So just slowing them down. Hopefully they can't get out of this. You know what? I will do the Energy Switch too while I'm at it. Just kind of getting this guy set up. And I mean, I could switch, and I forgot about that. Oh, but I needed to thin. All right, so I draw a card here. Okay, that's fine. And I'll just end turn. I mean, I could have used my switch cards up too, but, at some point to get those extra cards with Mew EX. Yeah, but you know, it didn't feel like it was likely to happen. And I felt like I was going to want to make it happen, right? I was going to need, so I didn't end up playing a supporter, right? I don't think that turn. So, I mean, that's so, you know, if I had researched first, and I discarded 2 of my researches, right? Or all my researches are gone. Okay, all 3 are gone. So, all right, well, Dark Patch, I mean, this really stinks. This really stinks. Okay, so I'm going to end turn. I mean, I could double Switch Cart. But, you know, I feel like this is just not good. I could hard retreat and then get myself back to where I was. I mean, this is I've stalled them out, but obviously this is not what I've been talking about wanting. So let me get some research back, because research is good. Research is good. And just end turn. Eventually I'll get something happening here. Eventually, right? I don't think if I draw my energy, I don't think I want to attack. I don't think I want to use the Frenzied Gouging. I think that would be bad for me. So let's see what I hit. So PokéStop. All right, well, this is good. I hope it's good. Energy Switch. And no energy, though. Okay, no energy. All right. Well, this is going very badly. Oh, I see. I was like a card away from the turn 1 multi-prize knockout, which would have been amazing. And then I would have drawn 2 prizes, and everything would have been different probably. And instead, I missed it, and now I'm just in this ugly world of pain, is what I'd say. You know, what can I do? You know, what can I say about it? I don't know. There's not much I can say. So Magnezone. So now they're really gonna start to get going here. All right. This guy, all right. So 270, it damages itself. I mean, it's 5 energy attack, but you know, we'll see what happens here. I have Dark Patch, I have Energy Switch, so I can get 2 energies onto this Roaring Moon. Easy. I don't know if I'll get more than that. So, and I assume they have some healing too, I'm guessing. So Regal Stance, which draws them to 5. I mean, that's a good play. So how do I want to work? I'm going to PokéStop. I just need 1 energy. That's all I need. Wow. Okay. So I will Trekking Shoes. I mean, I'm guaranteed to get my... I can discard an energy. I'm going to keep this guy. I don't... Just because I think I need to... So how do I want to work this? I want to thin... I'm going to use Roaring Moon. I'm going to get rid of this Roaring Moon because I think that's okay. Grab 2 energies. I could attack. All right, I'm going to Radiant Greninja here. I'm a little... Okay. Oh, all right, that's fine. What do I have? 2 energies? I just have 1. Okay, so I need more energies in the discard pile. One, 2. So now I can attach and I can accelerate and... So I'm going to attach. Gonna Dark Patch. I'm going to accelerate you. And I'm going to Switch Cart over. And I do think I want to take the knockout. I will say. I mean, I could fit and draw too, but I think taking the knockout is good. I use the stadium, right? So I'll just take the knockout. I should be. Let me discard here. So I take the first 2 prizes. I do blow up the Aggron VMAX with my Frenzied Gouging attack. So, you know, this isn't bad. Look, this was a bad start for me. It was a bad start for my opponent as well. So don't want to pretend different otherwise on that as well. So I take 3 prizes there, and then they're down to 1 prize. I'm down to 1 prize remaining. Okay, so I get rid of him, and I'll get rid of Radiant Greninja. The last one was a little awkward. Do I want Mew or Radiant Greninja? I like having the pivot piece for one thing. I like having the Moltres V. I might have another Moltres V in deck, in which case maybe I should have got rid of the Moltres V. Right, because I have Ultra Ball in hand. So 270, but that's fine. You're at 300, so I'm going to blow you up. So that's nice and easy. I damaged myself, but then I'm a prize away from game. And, winning the game is really the goal here, right? It is the goal here. So let's see. Do I want to toss? I need to Dark Patch. I need to, what do I do? I need to make this move. I'm going to, I think I'm going to Iono this turn. I think I have Roaring Moon in deck. Good, I have one last Roaring Moon. Let's just take a look. Do I have any I don't have any Pokemon Recovery this deck, do I? Okay, because that's right, because I am just turbo. This is a turbo deck. What am I thinking about stuff like that for? That's just absurd. Don't worry about stuff like that. So I'm going to bench my Stadium, I think, just so I get him in play. They might bump it, which is okay too. Because I have to use my Frenzied Gouging attack in the following turn. I think I'm Frenzied Gouging again. Okay. Yeah, that could be a good card. That could be a good card. So retreat. Take you out. What's my Dark Patch situation? Let me just see. So I have 2 left. Okay, so I'm going to just blow you up. So that's very nice there. This is why Roaring Moon's so good. There's this weird delay, which I'm like, uh-oh, did I mess up? Was there some effect in play that shut this off that I missed, right? That delay is a bit nerve-wracking. All right, well, this is I got Energy Switch and Energy, so I have everything I need for game now. They might Iono me down to 1, and obviously I won't get any of these cards because they go to the bottom of the deck. But I draw one for turn. I do have Mew, so I get at least a 3rd card here. I just need... I need to get 2 more energies onto my Roaring Moon. That's what I need to do. Pure and simple. So I don't think... I should have game, is what I'll say. It's not guaranteed. So anyway, the game has taken longer than I would want for grinding the Battle Pass. But, all right, well, this makes life easy. So... I have everything in hand that I need. So super, super nice there, right? So I can do this. I can attach. I can do this. I'll take out the Corviknight, right? I will take him out with, I can do 220. He's got 210, so I don't know, I just do that. Calamity Storm. Make sure I get rid of the Stadium, right? I could have used my Frenzied Gouging attack and take him out. I could have done this play. If the game was going to continue, if this was the end of the game, I probably don't want to put all that damage on myself. So I probably want to, make the play that would be the better play if the game was going to extend, right? Not looking to extend the game. So anyway, there we go. We got the win. A slow start for both of us, but the power of Roaring Moon really did shine through there. All right, let's see what we can do. Got a win last game, but didn't get the explosive start I wanted. I was like at least a card or 2 away from the big knockout turn 1. And then if I had done that, it would have been just a quick beat down, I suspect. But I missed it, and then I was really just struggling to get going, right? Part of it is taking those knockouts besides demoralizing your opponent and possibly getting the quick concede. Also gets you extra, I would have grabbed 2 prize cards as well. So, all right. So now my opponent wants to go second, and they are. So they may be knocking me out here. So that part's not great. That's not great. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, Lugia. All right, now why did... No, I'm sorry, they're going first. Oh, I thought they were going second. Okay, well, this is good then. This is good. Okay, so do I want to... So I think I want to research here. I think I research... trying to think how I work it. Research is a good card, and it may get me what I need, right? So I Ultra Ball, get rid of the energies, put Galarian Moltres V into play, attach Forest Seal Stone to that, which is a big plus. I mean, I'd love to get a Mew V. I'd love to have a free retreater in the active, I gotta say. But this is, can I knock this? And if I knock him out, it's game. Oh, well, this helps a ton, right? So I want to get down Moltres, and I want a nice free pivot card. In this case, I want Mew because this is what I want now. So I'll get the Mew into the active because I can now. I have free retreat later. What else do I want to get into play here? I'm going to drop down Squawkabilly EX, I think, because he's super awesome for me. He's there, right? And then the question is, I think research is really good, right? Research is good. So I need... I'm a bit torn. How do I work? All right, I'm going to Mew because I'm at one card, which is probably as good a hand as I get from Mew. All right, well, this is good. Energy Switch is good, is what I'm referring to. Sada's. What do I have? Do I have two? I can get one more. I haven't used my... Okay, so I think I'm going to switch things up, and I'm going to keep this guy. I don't know if I love... I'm taking a risk. I'm trying to think through what gives me the best odds. No, I didn't want that at all. Oh, that's terrible. I thought I was using the Dire Flame Wings is what I meant to do. Well, that's really horrible. Okay, so... that's bad news. Okay, so... All right, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. That's a big tank there. Okay, so, I'm going to get down another Roaring Moon and Greninja because now I can Sada's both of these. I can Sada's to both of these guys, and I have the Energy Switch, so it's okay, but I wanted the Forest Seal Stone for after the fact, right? You know what I'm saying? I want it, but actually I have game now, so, right? I have game. So I attach, I retreat, and I blow you up. So I messed up, but look, see, here's what I'll say. I did not play it. The big mistake was the Sadas versus the research correct. Look, with the, when you're playing a game, you only have so much time to decide, and I hadn't obviously worked out all these angles beforehand. I think that was a good play. I think it was a fine play. Whether it was the best play or not, I'm not certain. I felt like it gave me the best opportunity with the tools I had in hand. But burning that Forest Seal Stone, though, that was a huge miss. And I can make that mistake occasionally. I'm just sloppy with looking at the buttons I'm clicking. And I got to stop that because that easily could have been a game loss right there, right? That access to that one item, Dark Patch would have almost certainly guaranteed me the game. Anyway, it worked out as it was, and hey, there we go. That's what the Roaring Moon wants to do, though. You go second, and boom, blow up a multi-prize Pokemon, and just say good game to your opponent. So, look, it's a lot of fun. I think playing counter. I don't know if I love the Pokemon Catcher in the deck, but it's fun. I just had to want to give that a try in the deck. And hey, grind the Battle Pass with this if you need to get some quick progress. I think it will serve you very well. Take care.